Hello, it's time for another CGC unboxing. I think I've got 8 or 10 books in here, so let's go ahead and get started and see what we got. Alright, here we go. We've got a Southern Squadron, Freedom of Information Act number 4. I believe this might be an Australian publication. And I think the significance of this book is there's some kind of advertisement in it for a McFarlane book, if I remember correctly. I honestly didn't take a note of it, but that's what it is. It's something to that effect. It's not noted on here by CGC. So we got 9.4, and I thought this was at least a 9.6, with a good chance at 9.8. So a little bit of a harsh grade here. I'm not sure what's going on, and why that grade came in so low. So that's one we'll have to discuss maybe resubmitting, because there's literally nothing wrong with this book that I can't figure it out. I guess I can look at the grader notes or whatever, but yeah, that was a little bit strange on that one. We got this one, Weird War, number 103. We ended up getting the 9.8 on this one, so that's good. See if I have any notes. There was a little bit of staple rust on this book, and I was able to remove that. It's a fairly easy process to get most rust off of staples, as long as it's not too significant or too where it's eaten into the actual metal of the... If it's just surface rust, that's something that's pretty easy to knock out. So I think that was really the only defect that I had to remove, other than just the standard cleaning, fixing a few little tiny, Spitex, that type of thing. But this is an obvious 9.8, and we got the 9.8 on it, so that's good. And this one's a kind of a weird one, if we're sticking along the lines of the weird. This is an X-Men 107. I got a 9.2. Now, this one has a very common defect. Like, every single book I found has, in varying degrees, some kind of problem with this lower staple. The gentleman sent me several copies of this book, and I just picked the one that was most perfect otherwise, but all of them have this staple thing here. And yeah, so I submitted it thinking, it's a common defect, we should be able to get the 9.6, 9.8. But unfortunately we got 9.2. So I'm just looking at my notes here. The rest of the book, virtually flawless. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure what happened is the grader just took off for this, which I think is an error. You're supposed to, if you just look up this book right here, you'll see it. Every copy you see online will have that defect right there. So if every single copy in the population has that defect, then you're not supposed to count against it, unless it's just, an extreme example of it or something like that. But this one's just an average example of it, and the rest of the book is beautiful. So yeah, that one I think is a mistake by the grader. What are you gonna do? The next one is X-Men 95. We ended up getting an 8.5 on this book. I have it as an 8.5, so I got exactly the grade I expected on it. Let's see. There was significant staple rust on this one, and it had migrated to the paper. And I removed as much as I could, but without weakening the paper. You'll end up popping a staple or something like that. But I took as much as I reasonably could of that rust off of the paper and the staple as well. But unfortunately, I just got as much. And the book isn't perfect otherwise. There was quite a few defects on here that I couldn't remove that were non-pressable, I guess. And so that's why we ended up with the 8.5. So that's fine. And the next one is a beautiful copy of Spider-Man number 1, Platinum Edition. And we ended up getting the 9.0, which I think is exactly what I expected on it. So let me check my notes. Yeah, I expected 9.0. It was about a 7.0 or 7.5 when I got it in. And I thought 8.5 to 9.0 was the max grade we'd be able to get on the book. So that's exactly what we got. The owner sent me 2 copies of this book. One was a higher grade and one was this one. So yeah, very happy to get the 9.0 on that one. I think we ended up getting the 9.4, and the other one I thought it was a 9.6, 9.8 candidate. The other one might be, I think we might have already covered this in another video. It might end up being a resubmit. So I thought 9.4 is a little bit low. Okay, so we got a 9.6, Amazing Spider-Man number 238. Yeah, beautiful copy, white pages. I thought this was a 9.6. It started as a 9.2. Has a little bit of a miswrap on it. Not too bad though. You can kind of see it on the bottom of the top there. And there's a very small amount of foxing on the inside of the cover. And the way the staples are sitting on this book and the amount of work it would take to remove that tiny little bit of foxing wasn't worth it, because I think even removing the foxing, I think the max grade was still 9.6. So I went ahead and didn't bother messing with that. So we still ended up getting the 9.6, which is what I expected. So very happy to get that grade. Now we've got a Batman number 423. Now there is a crease on the lower spine, which I thought would either cap this book, yeah, you can see it right there, 8.0 or 9.0, and ended up capping it at the 9.0. So that's actually good news. I had it exactly as a 9.0. Otherwise, I thought, the book presents from the front, like a much, much, much higher grade, like maybe 9.4, 9.6. So yeah, it's one of those really nice presenting copies that, you look for. If you want to get a 9.0 that presents like a 9.4, something like that. That's exactly what we got there. So now we have an Amazing Spider-Man number 300. And we ended up getting a 9.2. Now this is the newsstand version. There were 9 color breaking ticks, 2 tiny corner creases on the back. So I thought it would limit the grade to 9.0. And that's exactly what I had for this book, is 9.0. So getting the 9.2 is actually higher than I expected. So that's good news. We got a much higher bump than I expected. I thought it started at about a 7.5 to 8.0 before I began working on it. And yeah, I actually cleaned up. There were like some weird, I don't know if I call them stripes, like some kind of weird striping on the back, like almost like a hazy striping. And I was able to get a lot of that off, and I don't think it really affected the grade that much, but it still was a little bit challenging and a little bit weird. Not sure what caused that, but that was something I had to deal with during the cleaning process. So yeah, very happy to get the 9.2 on that one. And the next book in the run, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 301, another newsstand edition. I believe he drew this one first. Wanted to have this one printed first, but I think the deal was, if McFarlane would let it be printed on this one first, and he would let him follow up and do it on 301 on the very next issue. Let's see here. So I had it as a 9.0. It started as about an 8.0. Several small color breaking ticks and a small crease to the back corner. So I'm not sure what corner that is. Maybe the top corner right here. A little bit of a crease. So all that combined, I thought 9.0 would be the max grade, and that's exactly what we got. So as far as grading goes, this is one of the more accurate graders I've seen in a while. Sometimes you just come across a grader that's just really good, and this gal is extremely good grader. Either is slightly higher or just agrees with me exactly on just about every book, which is awesome. Okay, so the last book is my book. And I bought this as a 9.4. I paid $592 for it. And I thought it was an obvious 9.8 candidate. So I cleaned and pressed it, obviously, and submitted it. And we did end up getting the 9.8. Off-white to white pages, but that's fine. I anticipated that. And actually have a note on it here that it's an off-white interior. So off-white to white is actually better than off-white. So we will take that. So gorgeous copy. And I thought it was borderline 9.6, 9.8, but more on the 9.8 side. So very, very happy, to get that grade. So that's all we have today. I appreciate you watching. Stay nerdy, and we'll see you in the next video.